He's the son of a billionaire mogul, living in luxury and privilege, but King Combs just made a move that could cost him everything. The young artist has found himself in the crosshairs of one of hip-hop's most feared and relentless icons, 50 Cent. And if history has taught us anything, it's that going head-to-head with 50 is a game no one wins. He's been called hip-hop's ultimate provocateur, a mogul turned master of destruction when it comes to public feuds. So when King Combs, the son of music icon Diddy, aimed a diss track squarely at 50 Cent, fans were left asking one question: why would anyone poke the bear? In a move that feels both bold and reckless, King Combs has set himself on a collision course with a man whose takedowns have ended careers. The tension is palpable, the stakes are sky high, and the fallout could rewrite both artists' futures. To understand why this feud is electrifying the industry, you need to understand 50 Cent. He's not just a rapper, he's a symbol of resilience and ruthlessness. Born Curtis Jackson, 50 rose from the unforgiving streets of South Jamaica, Queens, where survival often meant outsmarting or outmuscling everyone around him. By the age of 12, he was dealing drugs, navigating a world of guns, violence, and street hustles. His childhood was shaped by loss and struggle. His mother died in a fire when he was just 8, leaving him to fend for himself under the care of his grandparents. But it was the streets that shaped Curtis into 50 Cent. By his teens, he was already a known figure, surviving arrests and run-ins with the law. Then came the moment that could have ended it all. In 2000, he was shot 9 times at close range and survived. That brush with death didn't just make him stronger, it solidified his legend. When his debut album, Get Rich or Die Tryin', dropped in 2003, it wasn't just a commercial success. It was a declaration of war on the industry. 50 Cent became synonymous with power moves and high-profile feuds. From dismantling Ja Rule's career to trolling rivals with a level of finesse that few could match. Beyond music, he built an empire with ventures in film, television, and business, all while maintaining the street-smart, take-no-prisoners persona that made him famous. This is the man King Combs just challenged: a survivor, a strategist, and a master at turning beef into branding. And if history is any guide, 50 doesn't just win feuds, he annihilates his opponents. Enter King Combs, the 25-year-old son of hip-hop royalty, Diddy. Known for his polished image and melodic style, King Combs has largely stayed out of the crosshairs of industry drama. Until now. In his recent diss track, Pick a Side, Combs takes direct aim at 50 Cent, invoking lyrics from 50's legendary track Many Men. He spits lines like, "They're gonna try to stop these M's, and they're gonna die trying." A not-so-subtle nod to 50's Get Rich or Die Tryin'. But the audacity doesn't stop there. In the track, Combs appears to mock 50's legacy, referencing his iconic street credibility, while questioning his current relevance. To many, it felt like the ultimate bait, a young artist with everything to prove stepping into the ring with a heavyweight known for burying his rivals. The move was as polarizing as it was unexpected. Some praised King Combs for his courage in standing up to 50, while others labeled it reckless, calling him out for punching above his weight. After all, it's one thing to come for 50 Cent, but it's another to walk away unscathed. And if the song itself didn't spark enough controversy, Combs added fuel to the fire by seemingly implicating his father in ongoing legal troubles with lines that hinted at dodging federal raids and hidden evidence. What Combs may have seen as a power play, many are viewing as a misstep. 50 Cent, a man who thrives on dismantling his enemies, was quick to respond, and the fallout is already creating ripples across the industry. If there's one thing 50 Cent knows how to do, it's control the narrative. The moment King Combs' diss track hit the airwaves, 50 wasted no time firing back. Known for his unmatched ability to weaponize social media, 50 took to Instagram, trolling both King Combs and Diddy with biting captions and savage posts. One photo showed King Combs and Diddy on stage, with 50 sarcastically claiming he felt threatened by the diss track. mockingly adding, "Please don't hurt me, guys." But 50 didn't stop at jokes. He dissected the diss track line by line, calling out Combs for snitching on his father in the lyrics, which hinted at hidden properties allegedly tied to federal investigations. In another post, 50 highlighted King Combs' apparent lack of street credibility, contrasting it with his own gritty upbringing, writing, "Rich kid acting tough. You don't know this life. Stay in your lane." Fans were quick to chime in, with many pointing out 50's history of humiliating rivals. From buying out the front rows of Ja Rule's concert, to publicly challenging Floyd Mayweather, to read a page of a Harry Potter book, 50's takedowns are as ruthless as they are creative. And in this case, it seems King Combs has become the latest target of his relentless trolling. But for 50, social media is just the beginning. He's a strategist who plays the long game, often leveraging feuds to his advantage. Whether it's stirring public interest in his projects or cementing his dominance in the industry, 50 doesn't just respond, he dismantles. And if history is any indication, King Combs might be in for more than he bargained for. This isn't just a beef between two artists. It's a battle of worlds. On one side, you have 50 Cent, the embodiment of street hustle and survival. A man who clawed his way out of South Jamaica, Queens, to become one of the most feared and respected figures in hip-hop. On the other, King Combs, the son of a billionaire mogul whose life has been one of privilege, luxury, and red carpets. The generational clash is glaring. While 50 Cent's career is rooted in authenticity and hard-earned respect, King Combs has been critiqued as a product of his father's success, lacking the grit and struggle that defined his opponent. This dynamic alone raises the stakes. To some, King Combs' diss track feels less like a bold artistic statement and more like a misguided attempt to prove himself in an arena he doesn't fully understand. For 50, this isn't just about defending his legacy. It's a matter of principle. The hip-hop industry has long revered authenticity, and 50's brand is built on it. King Combs, with his designer clothes and yacht parties, represents the very antithesis of that image. This isn't just a feud. It's a reflection of the ongoing tension in hip-hop between old-school authenticity and new-school opulence. As the son of Diddy, King Combs undoubtedly carries the weight of his father's legacy. But in stepping into this feud, he's also shouldering his father's controversies, ones that 50 Cent has masterfully weaponized in his trolling. Whether it's federal investigations, lawsuits, or salacious rumors, 50 has never hesitated to pull receipts, and King Combs is now caught in the crossfire. This clash of generations, styles, and values has made the feud more than personal. It's cultural. And for King Combs, the question is whether he can hold his own against someone who's been fighting these battles his entire life. As if the diss track wasn't controversial enough, the feud between King Combs and 50 Cent is unfolding against a backdrop of swirling allegations and legal troubles, most of which center around King Combs' father, Diddy. From lawsuits to federal investigations, the Combs family name is under intense scrutiny, and 50 Cent isn't letting any of it slide. In his typical no-holds-barred style, 50 has been quick to bring these controversies into the spotlight. He's called out King Combs for lyrics that seemingly implicate his father in evading federal raids, trolling him for snitching in a track that was meant to project strength. Even worse, the diss track has fueled the narrative that King Combs might not be distancing himself from the darker side of Diddy's reputation, but embracing it, a move that could tarnish his public image further. Adding to the drama, ongoing lawsuits and past allegations have painted an increasingly grim picture of the Combs family. From claims of misconduct to federal investigations into Diddy's properties, the public discourse has grown murkier by the day. And in the midst of it all, King Combs' diss track feels like a misguided distraction rather than a calculated career move. 50 Cent, a master of public relations warfare, has turned these controversies into ammunition. By linking King Combs to his father's troubles in his responses, 50 has shifted the focus from the music to the chaos surrounding the Combs name. It's a classic 50 Cent move, dragging his opponent into a war of optics, where he's most comfortable and most effective. For King Combs, the fallout could be career-defining. While some fans admire his boldness, others see his involvement as reckless, especially given the stakes. The narrative is quickly slipping out of his control, and with 50 Cent's relentless trolling keeping the feud alive, the young artist may find it harder and harder to regain footing. The big question on everyone's mind now is, what will 50 Cent do next? If history is any indication, this feud is far from over. 50 is a patient strategist, known for playing the long game in his beefs. Whether it's through social media takedowns, public trolling, or calculated business moves, he has an arsenal of tools at his disposal to dismantle his rivals. And King Combs is just the latest name on his list. For King Combs, the road ahead looks rocky. By stepping into the ring with a hip-hop heavyweight like 50 Cent, he's set himself up for a battle that goes beyond lyrics. 50 has a track record of not just winning feuds, but turning them into career-defining losses for his opponents. Just ask Ja Rule, whose career was never the same after 50 systematically took him down both in music and in public perception. The stakes for King Combs couldn't be higher. His diss track may have been an attempt to carve out his own lane in the industry, but it's also drawn attention to the controversies surrounding his family. With 50 Cent's reputation for digging deep and striking at the most opportune moments, King Combs may soon find himself entangled in a public relations nightmare that's impossible to escape. Meanwhile, fans are waiting with bated breath for 50's next move. Will he respond with another wave of social media trolling, a diss track of his own, or perhaps something even more unexpected, like leveraging the feud to promote a project or documentary? Whatever it is, one thing is certain. 50 Cent doesn't just respond. He calculates, strategizes, and executes with precision. For now, King Combs' decision to take on 50 Cent feels like a high-stakes gamble, one that could either boost his credibility or leave his career in shambles. But if there's one thing the hip-hop world knows, it's that 50 Cent doesn't forget, and he doesn't forgive. For King Combs, the battle has only just begun, and he's facing a legend who knows how to win the war.